G'day, welcome back to David White Fitness, doing it the white way. Today I'd like to talk about diet. Being home with this COVID thing, I'm sure a lot of people are going to be eating a lot of junk food and getting into unhealthy habits. I think it's important to talk about diet today, and I'll give you some tips that I've learned over the years. Obviously I was into bodybuilding. I came close to competing, then I hurt my back, so I gave up that idea. But these days I'm more into just a balanced sort of diet, keeping healthy and fit. Diet's important, just as important as training, but it's the bit we all struggle with. I can give you tips on what I do personally and what I recommend. When I was trying to do my bodybuilding, I was eating 6 Vitabrits for breakfast and then protein shake for morning tea. Then for lunch I'd have tuna and pasta, then for afternoon tea another protein shake. Then for dinner I'd have like a chicken salad, and then for supper I'd have another protein shake, and that seemed to work well for bodybuilding. I'd also use creatine, and I found that very helpful for giving me energy and good for recovery, and also branched chain amino acids I found a little bit helpful whilst I was training. Also drinking black coffee before I trained gave me energy to train a bit harder. So that's basically the bodybuilding diet. If you want to lose weight, the biggest thing is to cut back on sugar. When I had a six-pack many years ago, I went a couple of months with cutting out sugar, and instead of having things like Milo, I'd have green tea instead. But yeah, if you want to get a six-pack, cutting out sugar is the best thing you can do. Also, I want to talk about whole foods, like people saying don't eat certain things because they got fats in them. Things like avocados, I'm not really into them myself, but my wife is. Avocados actually really good for you, even though they got fat in them, it's good fat. Whole eggs, some people say it's just the egg white's okay, and other people say the yolk is bad, but I personally think having the whole egg's okay, just not too many, and don't do anything to the extreme. There was a show called What's Good For You, and the bodybuilder was having 18 whole eggs a day, and 6 months or so later they checked his cholesterol and it was fine, but obviously he was training hard. I used to have 6 egg whites and 1 yolk every day. Everyone's got their own opinion on that. I sort of think 2 to 3 eggs a day is okay, but once again, it's your own decision how you want to go about eggs. Vitamins, I think vitamin D is a very important one for most people. I find I have a lot more energy if I have between 2,000 and 6,000 units of vitamin D a day. But once again, with vitamin D, everyone's levels are going to be different. And I believe the doctors can do a test for it, but I think it's a bit expensive, so they don't do it. They just assume most people are low on vitamin D. So you could potentially try 2,000 units a day, and if it doesn't help, try 4,000. If it doesn't help, try 6,000. But yeah, you can consult with your doctors or dietitians about vitamin D supplementation if that will help you, give you energy. Also, vitamin B12 is a good one I find that's helpful for energy. But yeah, with these sort of things, if you've got special dietary requirements or needs, talk to your doctor or health professional about these things. Don't just take my advice, do your own research and do it towards your own needs, because we're all different. But yeah, B12 and D are the 2 supplements I recommend. Also, if you're into bodybuilding, creatine's a really good supplement, and protein's a good supplement that I recommend, but all these are useless if you're having a bad diet. Your diet should consist of lots of vegetables and some fruit. Yeah, so if you got any questions, feel free to ask, but at the end of the day, it's a balanced diet, and you got to be realistic. I'd try and have about 1 row of dark chocolate every day. I found if I don't have anything at all, I'll crave it, and I'll eat half a block if I could. So yeah, the other thing is with chocolate, if you're craving chocolate and craving sugar, it generally means you're low in protein. So if you have lots of protein, your body's full from that and you're less likely to crave sugar. Yeah, I'm not an expert in this one, just going off my experience from training for, I don't know, 20 odd years now with weights, and I've also been into a few other sports and that along the way, and I've had injuries and recovered from a lot of injuries. If you get an injury, I recommend exercise physiologists or physios. I find them very helpful. Some people find chiros very helpful. So that's that. What else do I have to talk about? Water is important. I try and drink 2 litres of water a day. If you got heart problems, obviously they restrict your fluid intake. But if you haven't got heart problems, I recommend drinking 2 litres of water a day for most people, and that can also help not overeat because you're full from the water as well. Lemon juice is a good one to have every day. You can have lemon with warm water every day. That's a good thing to start the day off. Or apple cider vinegar is another good one. Another thing I'd like to mention, my mate Duncan Rankine, he's been Mr. Australia many times. He'll be able to give you a lot more info about dieting and weightlifting. I believe he's also good at helping people lose weight as well as put on muscle. So if you're really serious about training hard, I can give you some tips. But if you're really serious, Duncan Rankine Fitness is someone I'd highly recommend. Really nice guy. Really knows what he's doing, obviously being Mr. Australia several times. So if you're really serious about this stuff, hit up Duncan Rankine Training and he'll be able to help you in those sort of things. Also, stress is an important thing. You need to try and eliminate stress. You can have the best diet, but if you're very stressed out, you're going to get bad results, because stress can make you either gain weight or lose weight. We all respond differently. So try and watch your stress. It is a hard time for everyone at the moment with this COVID stuff, but live a balanced life, eat healthy, and that will make your mood a lot happier. Make sure you contact friends and family regularly and stay healthy, and we'll see you next time doing it the right way. Thank you. Bye.